What's going on YouTube? It's your buddy Will from the What's Up in the Sky 37 channel. We're online at www.whatsupinthesky.com. And here's one for one of my subscribers today. Desi, she sent this over a little video for me today. Also, Olympus Sky was talking about this. He's going to have one. Christian will have a video probably about this one here soon. This is one of the latest saws that came down off the rover. And just the area that we're going into, I keep saying this over and over and over again. I think they're going to pull this thing offline eventually and said that this thing has died because we're getting into anomalies are just way too much, and you can tell because they're really trying to hide them. Plus, the downloads are taking forever to get from the thumbnails to these bigger pictures here. But just in this little piece right here, take a look at some of these perfect circles. What seem to be this thing is just very odd. What's right here? Um, just things that look to be standing up. This is going to be a really interesting one, I think. Stick around with me for a minute if you want to wait. Let's see if this was the one I think that I had. There's two that I've got waiting up here. There's right here. These are just from the latest 550 that just came out. I'll show you where they are. Up here, you got this thing up here. It looks like it's got a real long hose or something behind it. Very blurry again. What seems to be a skull down here. A lot of it. See that right there? Seems to be perfect skull actually. Looks like from a humanoid type figure. Up here, we've got more. What seem to be rounded, like right angles here. See this here? It seems like some sort of piping or something along the way. Up here it crosses over. There's some circles and more piping that comes under here. Almost like this used to be something, some sort of, a lot of the piping in this picture is like this used to be something that would utilize this, obviously. Who knows? And everything I say is usually just speculation when I go through these pictures. That's what I'm doing. I see what I see. You see what you see. I can only equate this stuff to what I've seen on Earth before, you know, and go from there. So very interesting stuff. This looks like, it almost looks like coral in some of the areas here. But very, very symmetric things. Let me show you where you get it from. This is the one we're looking at right now. This is from and you basically hit the full resolution one. You don't have to worry about typing this down. I got it under description. Just hit description, that'll pop down. There's another one here. This was the one that Christian was talking about. The other one from this side. So let's take a look at this one. And I'm going to bust out a couple videos tonight because I want to show you a couple of the other ones. I'm going to go back to the moon here soon. I got some really cool ones from the moon. So we're going to hit it. Let's go. Alright, so here we got this thing that's standing up, and really this whole one, we're not going to take too much time on this one picture just because there's so much weirdness in it. This is one I want you to download for yourself and take a look at. Once again, the coloring in it, I don't think that the color, you see how there's a lot of purples and reds and stuff like that? It seems like the rover's been adding these. It's like saturated, desaturated, and it's almost like they're doing it before they put the picture out just to kind of muck up what you see. I mean, look at this stuff here. Let's see what we can do to pull out some of this here. Let's adjust this. Let's hit the auto color. I like to do that sometimes just to see what it does. A lot of times it puts it, in my perspective, a little bit what looks more like it is on Earth. And it's the same thing that it did with here. So let's play with that. And then we're going to go ahead and grab the mouse, get off the trackpad, and just see if we can't take a look at this object and these other couple up here real fast. Adjustments, just to get exposure. See this here? I'm looking at the cavities in this and see how they're perfect, almost like they've been cut. Let's see. It looks like a piece of machinery of some sort. Let's see, I don't want to have it that. When you start pulling that gamma up, it really pulls the color out. See that? But the color is originally in this picture. See in the back, like I said, all over here you can see it. Let's see. It's a gamma. Pull that up. We'll just leave it like this for 1 second just to take a look in here. 1, 2, 3, 4. You can't see much. 1, 2, 3, 4. It almost looks like two pieces here, and one's a little bit ahead of the other one. Pretty interesting. Let me pull it out a little bit. And then up here, this seems to be a nice sized block that's got a cutout in it, and there's like a circle thing up here. And then you've got some stuff radiating out from it. See, I'm not sure how that's even done. It's got, looks like balls. 1, 2, 3, 4 of them radiating out. I'm not sure how that could even be done if that was just a piece of stone. Let me go back. Very interesting to me. Let's find that little skull again. Take a look at that. Here's what's, And once again, see how this stuff is just kind of all blended in? Okay, here we go. Check this out. This was cool to me too. This seems to have, look at the shadow of it first. This is the shadow up here. Very cool. It's got this, almost looks like a crystal coming out of it. Um, I haven't seen anything like that on Earth before. But then you got these two pieces right here. I can't quite figure out. See this right here? That's not shadow because the shadow comes up over here. Unless that's not the shadow. Well, you know what? That's not the shadow. That's very strange. Because see how these shadows come off of here like this? They're heading this way. And so this is a very small shadow, which can be understood because it's going downhill. And this kind of evens out at the bottom. But what's making this shadow over here? That's interesting to me. It almost looks like something's been taken out of the picture. You can see it's almost been blurred out. Here we've got another like a perfect square something. It's like not exactly perfect, but it's pretty neat. What? Like I said, when you get this stuff, look at these perfect circles upon perfect circles. This almost looks like a carving of something, or maybe something that God only knows what that stuff is. All right, let's check out down here. This was interesting too. This little ball here. This was the first thing that caught my eye. And when they add the color, like I said, they put this color. Let me bring it back to how we got it right from NASA. Step backwards. Come on. There we are. You still see the color in there? I mean, it's not. I don't think that color is actually on Mars, and it very well could be, but I just think that they're saturating it. This whole picture just been saturated with this stuff, just to make it harder to see these things. Just like I think the rover it might add a little bit of this orange, mucky brown color I've talked about a lot. Um, it just seems like it's being added for some reason. I can't. Here we go. What's down here? Check this out. Ooh, this was, I remember looking at this. This almost looks like a wishbone of something. It comes up at the top here, and it looks like it's see-through. To me, that looks like something. You see how this matches this here? And that's about the size of these rocks here. I mean, it kind of looks about the same angle. What do you guys think? Comment below on this one. So this is I said this one came over from, let's see, I think this one was from Desi. This might have been, maybe it wasn't from Desi. This one might have been from Dean. I think this was from Dean. I might have messed that up when I first started talking on this one. The next, like I said, the next one I'm going to do is one that Christian had sent over, and Desi definitely sent that over. So, a couple people are looking at it. These things are getting more and more intricate as we get closer and closer to the mountain. If we're getting close, like I said, the the Mars Images software that I showed you guys the other day, the Midnight Planets one, you can actually track where these are when they were taken. Look at this stuff too. Look at the symmetry in these. What look like rocks. Very interesting, very symmetric. I don't know, guys. This is a cool one. Download it, put it in your collection. You know what we do here. Like I said, I see what I see. You see what you see. This one doesn't have too much more in it. I'm gonna leave it there. Say, I could sit here and look at this and see faces all day, and a lot of people will say that's exactly what they are. But let me take one quick look back up here. So this area is interesting to me too, just because the how this stuff just kind of looks like it's got all these rounded angles. It almost looks like tubing of some sort. Then you got that skull looking thing here. It got if you look well, you probably see it. That would be down by the mouth, nose, and two eyes. And the nose looks to be, of course, the nose isn't there. It's just off colored. And then this thing right here is interesting, and every just thing looks blurred out to me. I don't know, NASA. A lot of money we spent on this rover for it to be doing this. The first pictures we got back, it seems like now this has taken forever to get it back to where we actually want it in the, 5 of these. It took to get this long. 5 of these took forever. Let's see. We haven't seen the other ones yet. What was the other piece down here? That's an interesting piece right here. Look how white that is. And just kind of shining in the sun there. More symmetry here, just on the way up through there. I don't know, guys. This one's up in the air. I'll let you guys, you all be the judge. Hit like, dislike, whichever you think. Comment on it. Some more symmetry, how this turns up like that and kind of follows with the ridge of everything else. So, much love, guys. Take it easy. What's up in the sky? 37. Peace.